With me today, the newly appointed CEO of Canamex Resources Corp., David Vincent. Canamex trades on the venture under the symbol CSQ. David, I want to welcome you to the show and appreciate you taking the time out here. I want to get a little bit of an update on Canamex, but I think part of the update is yourself there. So if you wouldn't mind, why don't you tell us a little bit about where you came from and how you fit into the picture here with Canamex?
Yeah, sure. I mean, basically, I've been involved in the resource sector for about 30 years. I mean, my background is engineering, so I have an engineering background, and from there, I kind of moved over a bit to investment banking, and spent some years as an investment banker. I set up an operation in Dubai in the Middle East, and I was providing corporate advisory services and capital raising services to various companies in the resource sector. Most of them were operating in Africa at the time. So, I mean, I'm Australian by birth, but I haven't lived in Australia for the last 20 years. I mean, I've kind of lived in Asia, China, Dubai, Europe, UK, so, various areas. So from there, I kind of graduated into the markets, and I started doing some training and specialisation in technical analysis, and based on the technical analysis, I got, actually quite successful in trading companies within the sector, particularly in the last bull market between 2000 and 2011 before it peaked. I mean, the last 6 years has been pretty brutal in the sector, and a lot of companies have been wiped out in the resource sector. So I figured about 18 months ago it was time to get back in. Yep.
So given your skill set, David, what was the attraction with Canamex? What made this a really good opportunity for you?
Well, basically, I like to look around for companies which are undervalued by the market. I mean, unknown. I'm not saying hated or unpopular, but just unknown, sitting on good assets which are not reflected in the share price. So, I mean, you've got Canamex here, which appealed to me a lot in that they have an excellent gold project in Nevada, which they've been working on kind of chipping away at for the last couple of years, but not really doing that much. So basically, I thought I could come in here and add some value to, start the permitting process, maybe infill the resources, expand the resources, and move the project forward. So, I mean, if you look at the company at the moment, the net present value compared to the current enterprise value, I mean, it's trading at a discount to 85%. Yeah, 85% of the net present value. So, I mean, on that basis, there's a lot of upside. I mean, huge upside.
Well, investors always like glimpses into the future. Why don't you give us a look in the next, 30, 60 days here for Canamex?
Well, basically, what I want to do is follow the two S curves. What the S curves are is the value increase from two parts of the resource project. The first one is a new discovery, where you get the S curve runs for about 2 years from the discovery, and the second S curve is the development S curve. Now, Canamex already has a development S curve covered with their Bruner property. So what I want to do here is bring in a new exploration project into the company over the next few weeks, and then start some work on that with the plan to basically find an elephant. And again in Nevada, yeah.
Well, I feel like I might have stumbled onto a scoop here. David Vincent, newly appointed CEO of Canamex Resources. That's CSQ on the venture. Certainly appreciate you taking the time, and look forward to tracking your success into the future.
Okay, thanks, Rob.